Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Tutorial: Rotating encryption keys for AWS S3 Object Lock Objects with Object Ownership Enforced, OCS/ODF. This tutorial will guide you through the process of changing the encryption key type used for object lock objects in an AWS S3 bucket where object ownership is enforced, OCS/ODF. This process is more complex than standard S3 bucket key rotation because of the immutability inherent in object lock and the ownership constraints imposed by OCS/ODF. Understanding the context Object lock S3 object lock prevents objects from being deleted or overwritten for a specified retention period or until a legal hold is released. This is critical for compliance and data governance. Object ownership, OCS/ODF, Object Creator Standard Object Ownership. With object ownership enforced, the object uploader automatically becomes the object owner. This is a best practice for access control, especially in scenarios where different AWS accounts or IAM users upload objects into the same bucket. Enforced object ownership simplifies management because bucket policies and IAM roles can control access based on object ownership, reducing the need for complex acl-based permissions. Encryption key types. AWS S3 supports several encryption key types. SSE S3, server-side encryption with Amazon S3 managed keys. Amazon manages the encryption keys. This is the easiest to set up but provides the least control. SSE KMS, server-side encryption with AWS KMS managed keys. You control the encryption keys using AWS Key Management Service, KMS. This offers more control and auditability. SSEC, server-side encryption with customer-provided keys. You manage the encryption keys entirely outside of AWS. This provides the most control but also the most responsibility. Client-side encryption. The client encrypts the data before uploading it to S3. S3 has no knowledge of the encryption. Why rotate encryption keys for object lock objects? While object lock protects against deletion and modification, the encryption of the data is a separate concern. Regularly rotating encryption keys is a security best practice too. Reduce the impact of key compromise. If a key is compromised, limiting its lifespan reduces the amount of data exposed. Meet compliance requirements. Many regulations mandate periodic key rotation. Address evolving security threats. New vulnerabilities in cryptographic algorithms may necessitate upgrading to stronger keys. Challenges of rotating encryption keys with object lock and object ownership enforced. Immutability. Object lock prevents direct modification of objects. We cannot simply re-encrypt them in place. Object ownership. Because the object uploader owns the object with OCS/ODF, we need to make sure we can access and decrypt the object. When we upload a copy, we will become the owner. Retention period and legal holds. We must ensure that the re-encrypted copies retain the original retention period and legal hold status of the original objects. Solution overview: a multi-step approach. The general strategy is to copy objects to themselves using a different encryption key type, inheriting the object lock configuration in the process. This involves a multi-step process. 1. Configure KMS. If switching to SSE KMS, create a KMS key and grant necessary permissions to the appropriate IAM roles. 2. List objects. Iterate through the S3 bucket and identify all objects. 3. Verify object lock configuration. For each object, determine its object lock retention settings, mode, date, duration, and legal hold status. 4. Copy objects with new encryption. Copy each object to itself using the copy object API operation, specifying the desired new encryption key type, SSEKMS or SSES3, and preserving the object lock configuration. 5. Verify the new object *, validate the copied object has expected object lock settings and new encryption header. 6. Consider cleanup, optional, with caution after verifying the copied objects, and only after the original retention periods have expired, consider deleting the original objects. This step should be approached with extreme caution and thorough testing. Detailed steps with code example, Python using Boto3. Prerequisites ***. AWS account and S3 bucket **. You need an AWS account and an existing S3 bucket with object lock enabled and object ownership set to enforced. AWS CLI configuration **. The AWS CLI should be configured with credentials that have the necessary permissions. Python and Boto3 Python 3.6 Plus and the Boto3 library installed, pip install Boto3. IAM role / user permissions The IAM role or user executing the script must have the following permissions. S3 list bucket. S3 get object. S3 get object retention. S3 get object legal hold. S3 put object. S3 put object retention. S3 put object legal hold. S3 delete object, if you plan to delete the original objects later. KMS decrypt, if using SSEKMS and the original objects are KMS encrypted. KMS encrypt, if switching to SSEKMS. KMS generate data key, if switching to SSEKMS. Configure object ownership, enforced ensure your S3 bucket has object ownership set to object writer, recommended. You can do this via the AWS console or using the AWS CLI. 1. Configure KMS, if switching to SSEKMS. Create a KMS key create a KMS key in the AWS Management Console. Choose a descriptive alias, example alias /S3 object lock key. Grant permissions make sure the IAM role or user running the script has KMS encrypt, KMS decrypt, and KMS generate data key permissions on the KMS key. Also, ensure that any IAM roles or users who need to access the re-encrypted objects have KMS decrypt permission on the KMS key. A key policy will need to be put in place to allow usage. Here's an example KMS key policy. Replace account ID, admin user, and your role name with your actual values. 2. Python script, rotate _S3 object lock keys.py. 3. Explanation of the code ***. Import libraries imports Boto3 for interacting with AWS and datetime for working with dates, if needed for calculating expiration. Rotate _object lock key, bucket name, object key, S3 client, KMS key ID equals none, function **. Takes the bucket name, object key, Boto3 S3 client, and optional KMS key ID as input. Gets object lock configuration uses get object retention, and get object legal hold, to retrieve the existing retention and legal hold settings for the object. Constructs copy source creates a dictionary copy _source specifying the source bucket and object key for the copy operation. Constructs copy request parameters bucket, the destination bucket, same as the source. Key, the destination key, same as the source, we're copying over the existing object. Asterisk copy source, the copy_source dictionary. Asterisk metadata directive, set to copy to preserve the existing metadata of the object. Asterisk ACL, bucket owner full control gives the bucket owner full control over the object. This is very important when enforcing object ownership so that the bucket owner can manage the objects. Asterisk applies encryption. Asterisk if KMS_key_ID is provided, sets server-side encryption to AWS KMS and SSE KMS key ID to the specified KMS key ARN. Otherwise, uses SSE S3, server-side encryption equals AES 256. Asterisk applies object lock. Asterisk if retention data exists, the parameters are appended. Asterisk if legal_hold data exists, the parameters are appended. Asterisk executes copy operation. Asterisk calls s3_client.copy_object, with the constructed parameters to copy the object to itself, effectively re-encrypting it with the new key type and preserving the object lock configuration. Asterisk verify operation, calls s3_client.head_object, to verify the object header has the new encryption parameters. Asterisk main, function. Asterisk sets the bucket_name and KMS_key_ID variables, replace with your actual values. Asterisk creates a bot03 S3 client. Asterisk lists objects. Asterisk uses the list_objects_v2 API, using a paginator to handle large buckets, to retrieve a list of all objects in the bucket. Asterisk iterates and rotates. Asterisk loops through the objects and calls the rotate_object_lock_key, function for each object. Asterisk error handling. Asterisk includes try, except blocks to catch exceptions and print error messages. 4. Running the script. Asterisk 1. Save the code. Asterisk save the Python code as rotate_s3_object_lock_keys.py. 2. Set variables. Asterisk modify the bucket_name and KMS_key_ID variables in the main function to match your S3 bucket name and KMS key ARN, if you're using SSE KMS. 3. Execute. Asterisk run the script from your terminal. 5. Verification and monitoring. Asterisk check object lock configuration. Asterisk after the script runs, manually verify that the object lock retention and legal hold settings are correctly applied to the re-encrypted objects using the AWS Management Console or the AWS CLI. Use the getObjectRetention and getObjectLegalHold commands to confirm the settings. Asterisk monitor CloudTrail logs. Asterisk monitor your AWS CloudTrail logs for the copy_object API calls to ensure that the script is running as expected and to troubleshoot any errors. Asterisk check encryption header. Asterisk check the encryption header of the objects to ensure they were encrypted using the right encryption type. 6. Cleanup, optional and with extreme caution. Asterisk wait for retention periods. Asterisk crucially, wait until the retention periods of the original objects have expired before considering deletion. Deleting objects before their retention periods expire will violate your data governance policies and could have serious legal or compliance consequences. Asterisk test deletion in a non-production environment. Asterisk before deleting any objects in your production bucket, thoroughly test the deletion process in a non-production environment. Asterisk backup. Asterisk consider creating a backup of your bucket before attempting any deletion operations. Asterisk verify access. Asterisk double check that the re-encrypted objects are accessible and that all applications and users that rely on the data can access it correctly. Asterisk delete original objects. Carefully. After all these precautions, you can selectively delete the original objects if you're confident that they are no longer needed and that their retention periods have expired. Here's how you could add a deletion step to the script. Important asterisk. Add the retention period check the above code includes the delete_original equals true parameter and the deletion code but is commented out in the function call. You must implement a robust check to verify that the object's retention period has expired before uncommenting the delete_original equals true and deletion code. This check should use the get_object_retention API response and compare the retention period start date and duration to the current time. Do not rely solely on manual checks. Error handling. The deletion code includes error handling to catch any exceptions during the deletion process. Log these errors and consider implementing a retry mechanism. Rollback strategy. Have a well-defined rollback strategy in case the key rotation or deletion process fails. This might involve restoring from backups. Important considerations and best practices. Testing. Thoroughly test this process in a non-production environment before applying it to your production S3 bucket. IAM permissions. Carefully review and restrict the IAM permissions granted to the role or user executing the script to the minimum necessary permissions. Logging and monitoring. Implement comprehensive logging and monitoring to track the progress of the key rotation process and to detect any errors or issues. Object size. For very large objects, consider using the multi-part upload API for more efficient copying. Concurrency. If you have a very large bucket, you can parallelize the key rotation process by using multiple threads or processes. Be mindful of S3 API request limits. Object versioning. If your bucket has versioning enabled, this process will create new versions of the objects with the re-encrypted data. Cost optimization. Consider the cost implications of copying and storing objects with the new encryption key type. S3 event notifications. Consider using S3 event notifications to trigger the key rotation process automatically when new objects are uploaded to the bucket. However, be very careful to avoid infinite loops where copying an object triggers another copy. This comprehensive tutorial should give you a solid foundation for rotating encryption keys on S3 objects with object lock enabled and object ownership enforced. Remember to prioritize testing, security, and careful planning to ensure a smooth and successful key rotation process. Be extremely cautious with the deletion of original objects and always verify that retention periods have expired. Good luck.